Hello, my Astro family. This is Lada from astrolada.com with your monthly September 2019 horoscopes. And this month I have good news for you. All of us on certain different levels of our life are going to experience removal or release of some difficult situation, of some blockage, because Saturn is turning direct for all of us together with the South Node is conjunct for the last time. So some karmic unresolved situation from the past that has been bugging you, that has been delaying you, blocking you, that has been making you feel inadequate, not enough in some way, or that's been putting a lot of burden on you, will be completed. And as well, we have a lot of planets in Virgo for the most of the month. So this month, all of us on some level will become a little bit more perfect, a little bit more we'll improve that area, because Virgo is about improvement, perfection. And we'll do some very practical, we'll get done a lot of practical work, because that's again the energy of Virgo, to do something practical, to get things done, to not waste time, to organize, to systemize in some way. So a lot of good things in front of us, and this Virgo stellium will subdue a little bit the crazy Jupiter square Neptune, which is making us go away with the fairies and project unrealistic expectations. So I'll explain to you for each sign. But before I start, I want to tell you that we are doing a retreat, 2 retreats actually, in Bali in February. Me and Natalia, one retreat is just with her, the second one is with me and her, very intense. We have space only for 20 people for mine and her retreat, and we're going to work with astrology, psychology, occult methods. It's called Goddess Retreat. It's only for women, how to basically become the woman that makes you happy, to manifest easy. And we're going to work with your horoscope personally, with each person. What does in your horoscope show that your blockages are, how to remove them, remedies, and all of those things, what career should be for you, what partner for you. So come and join us. And also in September, we have a marathon for wishes, how to fulfill your wishes. It's 30-day programming of your mind, and specific tactics and exercises every 2-3 days, and homework, how to fulfill your wishes. And also we have a seminar, a webinar with Victor, one of our best astrologers, on career and money. It's going to be 7 hours, 6-7 hours webinar, plus he gives you 15 minutes reading on your career and money for everyone that attends. Hi dear Sagittarius, lots of action this month for you. Very, very visible month, very memorable month, September, because look, most of the planets, the important ones, the visible ones, Sun, Mercury, Mars, Venus, and Jupiter are in angular houses. If this is Sagittarius, these are the other angular houses for you. You see? So we have most of the planets on angular houses. The angular houses are action. So you won't be sitting there scratching your balls, wondering what country to visit or whatever. You'll be like, okay, I'm doing it now, whatever plans and goals you have, you will be going after them, especially because there is such a big conjunction here. We call it stellium in astrology, 4 planets till the middle of the month, even till the 20th of the month, in your 10th house. And the 10th house is the house of action, in particular of your worldly initiatives. And you have the 2 most active planets, the Sun and Mars, to go after something, to be proactive, to let your you no longer want these to be just ideas, you go after them. So, and this is in regards to your career. So you can make some tremendous, very memorable steps this month, especially starting already from the end of August till the middle of September in regards to your career. You can be noticed a lot. Your actions will not stay unnoticed behind the scenes. If you're Sagittarius rising, Sun or Moon, you'll notice a lot of activity towards your career. You'll notice a lot of public even recognition that can come to you now. But you initiate those things. Also, you can notice that they're very strong, some kind of very strong interactions with people in authority, with bosses, with institutions, with people in power, with father figures. Someone that is like a authority on some topic, that you have to interact with such people, and that they can be a source of a lot of activity and even inspiration for you of some sort. But you can notice that some of you will start new career projects that can improve their reputation. For example, others of you can find a job, for example, if you've been having problems with some material practical source, like finding a job or getting a project this can be the month that things start really happening there. And as well, you can notice that your planet Jupiter is already moving direct in September, so you're moving into new territories, new opportunities are continuing to come into your life. It started slowly from August, but you'll notice that Jupiter starts moving even faster in September, so those opportunities speed up. But you see, there will be a little bit of a clash, square aspects between Jupiter and the 10th house, those planets in the 10th house. So yes, you want to move faster with your goals, with your plans, with new, you want to expand, you're getting impatient, you want your plans to grow because of those new opportunities, you want things to move forward for you, but you have to pass them and filter them first through all those planets in Virgo. And Virgo is critical thinking. Virgo is paying attention to the details. Virgo is seeing the small parts as well, not just because Sagittarius now in the first house for you makes you rush for the general. This whole year has been for bigger, better. Now you have to think of and especially ask the advice of specialists, authority figures, that a narrow specialist consult, for example, with such specialists. That Virgo is like a kind of, you can call it nerdish energy, and people with very specific knowledge about something. Like I'm a nerd about astrology, or someone is like a computer programmer, or someone. So especially if you want your career plans and your goals for the future to expand, to grow, you need to consult and advise such people. That the Virgo in energy, you need to approach your career project and your approach to career as well, and to your worldly responsibilities with more critical thinking, to analyze it. For example, if you want to make a plan for your career, what to do, and this will be a month that you're really focused on that, make a plan, write it down. Virgo energy likes to do it like that. Break it down, cons, pros, put it on paper, make a proper organizational plan, business plan, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be for business, it might be for your educational purposes, it might be for whatever high goals you have for yourself. The 10th house is the things you want to be known by, the things that you're striving towards, the things that you consider it like your mission to do. Well, make a breakdown plan and analyze it, research about it. Get even more specialized knowledge about it. Ask an authority figure about it. Because if you're trying to rush without paying attention to the details, this month there will be a clash here. Maybe from an institution it will come to slow you down, or maybe from your boss, or from someone who understands a bit more, from your inner authority, that this feeling that you have to be more meticulous this month, you have to pay attention to the small details, and then your career will start thriving. Actually, the funny things with Sagittarius is that the 10th house is Virgo. If you're sun, moon, or ascendant in Sagittarius, your 10th house of career and worldly success is Virgo, so you naturally have to use that attention to detail, this almost anal perfectionism there in your career, to have the best results, and to have the most, often to be even some kind of a narrow specialist of some sort, to be very nerdy about this area of your career, and this is exactly the strategy you have to apply this month. And again, authority figures can also help you use, or your inner authority, it can be as well used and discriminate against certain to allowing behaviors at home or with your family. If you've been enabling your family, maybe an authority figure or your own authority and your own critical thinking will show you that you've been having to enabling or lax rules at home, or with parents, or with children, because the 4th house is that, or to use more discriminative approach. You'll be asked to use more discriminative approach in matters regarding home, property, place of living as well. So yes, this is the little bit of tension that you can feel. But otherwise, fantastic month to stand out. And then from towards the end of September, all those planets are moving into 11th house Sagittarius, so you'll become socially very active. Is the house of reward, so you can receive some financial rewards or material rewards, or some kind of recognition for the actions that you undertook. And especially the 10th house is kind of the structure of something, some structural changes and initiative that you started in regards to the approach to your work or career or some worldly project that you're doing. So you're going to see the results towards the end of the month gradually. But first is the work that you have to do and those activities. And then we have another good thing, good news. Saturn is starting to move direct in your second house, and the second house is resources. Some Sagittarius might have been having some delays with money, some blockages, some issues with self-worth, not feeling worthy enough, and trying to evaluate or feeling frustrated that they feel they're worth more, but they're not expressing it, and they have to reevaluate for the last few months how much are they worth, how much are their efforts worth, and then now when Saturn starts moving direct, you can start expressing it outwardly because you reevaluated your internal worth. Now you can approach the world or a boss or whatever with the new self-worth that you have, and this will be reflected on you by unlocking some financial blockages or dissatisfaction that you have there, or if there's been delay with certain money issues, with certain resources that you need, or if you have to be more pinching money, saving, being very cautious because you're investing in something. Then slowly from September, this more complicated situation in your resources starts getting resolved, improves, or maybe in the last few months while Saturn was retrograde, you were learning to be more responsible with resources. You were learning to manage them better. And now when Saturn starts moving direct, you're going to see the results, the good results of that. If you've done the hard work of Saturn retrograde, now you're going to start seeing the good results of that. If you've learned how to be more responsible, more in control, more practical, you're going to start seeing that it's no longer the outside limiting circumstances will start disappearing from the end of September, and you'll see you can breathe more when it comes to your resources, to money. And of course, the South Node is there as well, and it's the last conjunction between Saturn and the South Node, the karmic node. So if there was some karmic blockage to your resources, which are usually due to family, which are usually due to instilled beliefs or karmic family, whatever, you can notice that you release a huge such blockage from you by the end of September. And or some karmic, if you had some financial burden or responsibility to someone, you have to pay for something, whatever, you might be completing such a payment now by the end of September. You might be being relieved from some financial responsibility, so to speak. And it's not only the second house, is also food, what we eat, and how we conserve energy. So while Saturn was retrograde, you had to learn how to limit yourself with those things, how to control yourself there, how to put more breaks in regards to what you eat, to be more, Saturn is quite selective as well, and to simplify maybe your food, and you have to use efforts for that. And now when Saturn starts moving direct, you'll notice that you've incorporated those new food habits or those more restrictive attitude towards resources, and it's no longer difficult for you to do it. It doesn't require effort. It becomes part of you now. So it's no longer I shouldn't eat chocolate. Now you're I feel like I no longer crave chocolate, You're going to start seeing this towards September, the end of September. And it can also be a moment when you are able to release an attachment, because South Node is an attachment that you've carried for a long time from the past towards certain tastes, second house, towards certain possessions. You can notice that it's much easier for you to release possessions because you're I don't need this. Till now, while Saturn was retrograde, you were holding on to it, thinking I might need it, and now Saturn starts moving direct, South Node joins it. Now you might feel I don't need that anymore. I don't need to hold on to this old wardrobe, to hold on to this old source of income. It might be a release from some financial bondage, or release to financial bondage to something that it's almost like you have to be slave for that money or for those resources. And you might finally be released from that fear that not having that you'll die without it, So you can say bye-bye to especially material and tangible things, or fears concerning resources. fears concerning lack of resources, lack of enough support, material, and enough. That's like the state of consciousness of not enough. And there is this strong possibility for many of you, if you have such kind of a blockage there, that Saturn starting to move direct, and with the South Node you can release such kind of blockage. So what else did we speak about? Everything else? Oh yes, that's one thing. And then you have a lot of planets in your 9th house, Capricorns, you see? No, we're talking about Sagittarius, of course. Yes, so there you go, Sagittarius. I think that's it. And yeah, very interesting. I think this is a month where you can manifest a lot, because there's 2 manifesting planets, Jupiter and Mercury, in mutable signs. So those houses we manifest. The first, your own initiative manifest, something to do with your body in a positive way, moving forward, new beginnings, initiating yourself and your career. You can have very strong positive manifestations there by using critical approach of Virgo, more perfectionist, attention to detail. I love you. Please come to Bali. We have 20 people, 20 seats for 2 retreats in February, or join us on the Marathon of Wishes in September. We're a community of 200-300 people that we do this marathon, and we train with specific techniques how to achieve your wishes. You get to meet people from around the world online and exchange with them, friendships form, but also strategic tools form. And also our webinar with Victor on career, especially because for Sagittarius, career and mission is so important this month in September. We're making at the end of September a seminar on what is your mission and career, how to see it in astrology, and how to create more resources and money, because for Sagittarius this is very important this month. Again, Saturn becoming direct in the money house, and also it includes a reading with Victor, 15 minutes on your horoscope for money and career. Thank you. I love you.